If you're tired of added gun weight, extra kick, increased muzzle blast, and more expensive ammunition, then it might be time to turn away from your magnum round. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at 10 of the best low-recoil hunting cartridges. These light recoil rounds have proven that you can have excellent field performance without the added punishment. Watch till the end, and you'll be amazed to find out which round performs the best. 6mm Creedmoor. The 6mm Creedmoor's big brother, the 6.5 Creedmoor, is noticeably absent from this list. That's only because of the two cartridges. I think that the 6mm Creedmoor is more versatile. The 6mm Creedmoor, like other long-range 6mm cartridges, produces minimal recoil and allows competitive long-range shooters to call their own shots. There are a variety of factory match ammunition offerings for the 6mm Creedmoor, but there are also varmint and big game loads as well. The Creedmoor is a killer, but recoil is very mild. It's also a great option if you're searching for a light mountain rifle or for a low recoil starter gun for kids or new hunters. 25-06 Remington. You've probably heard of the 25-06 Remington, but have probably never seen or shot it. More's the pity. This 25 caliber offshoot of the 30-06 is, like its cousin the 270 Winchester, a wonderfully effective hunting cartridge. With light recoil and flat trajectory, the 25-06 was a favorite for hunting medium-sized predators and even larger animals, such as deer and antelope. When it comes to the 25-06 Remington ballistics, they're fairly impressive, considering this cartridge was first developed in 1912. A 117-grain bullet has a speed of 3,200 feet per second, and energy on target is 2,500 foot-pounds. This is pretty impressive, considering this is largely used for smaller game hunting and target shooting. 300 Hammer. The 300 Hammer gets my vote as the most underrated hunting cartridge on the market today. The Hammer is the handiwork of gunmaker Bill Wilson, and although Bill might be best known for producing custom 1911 pistols, his real passion is hunting feral hogs. Thoroughly unimpressed with the ballistics of the 300 Blackout, Wilson wanted to build a 30 caliber cartridge that would function in his AR-15 rifles reliably and offer the power needed to cleanly kill pigs. When he couldn't find what he wanted, he designed it, and that's how the 300 Hammer came to pass. The 300 Hammer will push a bullet at 2,290 FPS, which beats the 300 Blackout's 1,900 FPS velocity with that bullet. In fact, the 300 Hammer is nipping the heels of the 308 Winchester. But it can be built in lighter rifles and produces less recoil. During testing, Bill killed over 1,000 feral hogs with the Hammer. 7mm 08 Remington. The success of the various 6.5s has certainly cut into the 7mm 08's popularity, but that doesn't change the fact that the 7mm 08 is a superb all-around hunting cartridge. It shoots flatter and produces less recoil than the 308 Winchester upon which it's based, and because it will fit in a short action, it's a great choice for lightweight mountain rifles. It'll propel a 150-grain bullet to around 2,800 FPS, carrying more than 1,500 foot-pounds of energy at 400 yards. Performance on game is similar to the hotter 7mm, without the recoil, muzzle blast, added gun weight, and powder consumption. Even in relatively light rifles, it produces about 12 pounds of recoil energy, which is about 40% less than the 7mm Remington Magnum. Most hunters can learn to shoot the 7mm 08 well, and that's one reason this cartridge has earned a reputation as an efficient killer. 30-30 Winchester. The 30-30 Winchester first arrived on the scene in 1895, so to say this cartridge is old is an understatement. However, the 30-30 has managed to hang on, and despite a century of competition from newer cartridges, it remains one of the top-selling rounds in America. Millions of 30-30 rifles have been produced and sold, and countless heads of game have fallen to this round. The round will push a 150-grain bullet about 2,400 FPS, and a 170-grain bullet at around 2,200 FPS. With anemic ballistics and a century-old design, Why would anyone carry a 30-30? For starters, while the 30-30 doesn't impress on paper, it does a very good job of killing deer-sized game at moderate ranges. 30-30 lever guns are short enough to be mobile in a deer blind or in dense woods, and these fast-handling firearms are perfect for tracking and still hunting. The 30-30 dumps hogs with authority, and a sleek lever gun allows for fast follow-ups. With modern ammunition and an aperture sight, a 30-30 lever gun is fun to shoot and it's easy on the shoulder. 350 Legend. When the 350 Legend arrived on the scene, it left a lot of people scratching their heads. In an era of bottleneck PRS cartridges, why would Winchester release a straight-wall 35 caliber centerfire round that fired light for caliber, low BC bullets at velocities around 2,200 FPS? While the round didn't immediately appeal to Western shooters who wanted a long-range rig, the Legend was a huge success in eastern states, where local laws don't allow the use of bottleneck cartridges during deer season. In Ohio, Michigan, and other states, hunters finally had a centerfire cartridge designed for their style of hunting. To 150 yards or so, it's a superb deer cartridge capable of killing big bucks. Meat damage is minimal, thanks to the cartridge's modest velocity, and recoil is less than 10 pounds. 224 Valkyrie. As one of the newer kids on the block, Federal's 224 Valkyrie represents a significant step up in performance over the 223 Remington. You won't find it at every rural pit stop selling ammo, but it's well worth the effort to look for it. Based on a necked-down 30 Rem 6.8 SPC case, the round was initially developed for the AR platform to take advantage of the superior ballistics of long, streamlined bullets. The 224 Valkyrie can be deadly on deer-sized game, especially with Federal's 90-grain Fusion soft-point load. This little ballistic wonder steps out with a muzzle velocity of 2,700 FPS and a muzzle energy of around 1,450 foot-pounds. Energy doesn't drop below 800 foot-pounds until the round is about 350 yards downrange. Of course, deer don't read ballistic energy charts and are unlikely to complain that the round that killed them was lacking in theoretical killing power. Far more important factors are bullet construction and bullet placement, and the 224 Valkyrie's combination of reach and mild recoil contribute to accurate bullet placement, especially when launched from barrels of 20 inches or more to take advantage of the round's speed. Recoil is cheerfully minimal. Out of a 9.5-pound semi-auto rifle, the 90-grain Fusion load generates less than 4.5 foot-pounds of recoil energy. 243 Winchester. Some big game hunters write off the 243 Winchester as being too anemic for deer, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. While it certainly lacks magnum knockdown power, choosing the proper projectile and making decent shots has bagged this round nearly as many deer as any other on this list. Ammo and bullet selections abound, making it easy to tailor the 243 for varmints, predators, deer, and other medium-sized game. What's more, the 243 Win will reach out to 300 yards for clean kills with correct shot placement, though closer range shots offer greater certainty. Almost every manufacturer builds a rifle for this round, including plenty of compact, bantam, or otherwise smaller framed stock variants.